Hey, what is up guys, Payne here once again and welcome back to another episode of my PSG career on FIFA 14 Next Gen. Now in the last episode, the transfer window slammed shut for the summer. I bought a total of 6 players altogether. That's Hummels, Gundogan, 2 players from Dortmund, I know. Ter Stegen, the goalkeeper. We got De Sciglio from AC Milan, the right back. Also got Carrillo, who came from Sporting Lisbon. Lacazette, who came from Lyon. So quite a good bunch of players there, I think, and I can't wait to get using them and start mixing them up with Cavani, Menez, Lavezzi, Ibrahimovic when he returns back from injury. If you guys missed that and are wondering why Ibrahimovic is out injured, in pre-season, I think it was against Cardiff, he picked up a nasty knock and obviously he's going to be out for 3 months, which is a long time, but we'll eventually work our way towards that and get him back to full fitness. All eyes will be on the developing partnership between Mats Hummels and Thiago Silva. I'm just hoping those two will not let me down as I progress through this career mode with PSG and they turn out to be an unbreakable wall that no one will be able to get past. I do kind of feel bad for Alex, who's been at the club obviously longer than Mats Hummels and will be expecting first team football, but you've just got to make these sacrifices. Who's better? Mats Hummels, because of his youth and of course of his ability, you know, he's almost reaching his peak, whereas Alex is past his peak now. He's not going to be as good as he used to be. So I'm sure as we continue on there will be room for rotation there in the back four for PSG. But anyway, our first game of this video, our next fixture in the season, we was playing at home against Bastia. It has been a bit of a rocky start to the season. We drew our first 2 games, managed to pick up pace in my last episode, coming away from Nantes with a 4-1 win and also getting a bit of revenge on Bordeaux. We managed to beat those 2-0 thanks to 2 goals from Thiago Silva. So as it stands, I'm picking up the pace with the team, building that momentum if we want to be challenging for the French League title. And it was Alex who opened up the score, and I know I did decide to start Alex for this game against Bastia simply because I had played Mats Hummels quite a few times. I think he started our first and second, and he also played in our 3rd game as well of the league. So I thought I'll give Hummels a rest, and it was Alex who opened up the score in just over 10 minutes gone. And it was new signing Alexander Lacazette who made it 2-0 just a couple of minutes removed. I mean, this was like the exact replica of what happened in that game against Bordeaux in my last episode. So yeah, of course I didn't want it to end 2-0. I didn't want to drag it out because, you know, scoring 2 goals that early on, we've got a long way to go until that 90th minute. That final whistle is blown by the referee. So of course, being 2-0 up, my mentality was attack, 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 just get out there. And because once you're 2-0 up so early on, you know, you feel confident in yourself whilst playing the game. You just want to go out there, you know it's going to happen. It's going to be a big scoring game. Kind of, well, I almost messed up with Ter Stegen and Thiago Silva, but we managed to clear the danger. But they were back on us again. Bastia looking to get back into this game. They knew that they had to do that, otherwise they were going to drop all 3 points. And French star Djibril Cissé, do you remember that guy? Yeah, he was a decent striker, wasn't he, in his time? He almost got the better of Ter Stegen there, but Ter Stegen came out, made himself big and ugly and just put him off the ball and managed to knock that one out. At least we kept it in, right? Instead of letting it go out for a corner kick. And it was new man, the other new guy at PSG, Gundogan, who got the 3rd goal before half-time. Fantastic, and I do believe that is his first goal for PSG. I will probably have to go back and check that. But what a finish it was. On his left foot, he was being put under pressure by Modesto, number 20 there for Bastia, but he stayed cool, calm and collective and finished that one perfectly. I think Bastia's half-time team talk by the manager went something like this: lads, you need to go out there, get the first goal before PSG do, and get it within the first 2 or 3 minutes of the second half. Do that, otherwise you're sacked. Obviously it didn't go like that, but they did that. They got themselves kind of back into the game. Ter Stegen certainly wasn't the best defender in the world. Thiago Silva did well. He challenged for it, got a touch of it, but it went immediately back to Sable and he took his opportunity like a thief in the night and made it count. So The score stood at 3-1. They were kind of back into the game. A fourth goal from PSG would certainly wrap things up for our team. And it was Lacazette that almost got it on the outside of his right boot. Looked for that top left-hand corner. Almost found it. Goalkeeper pulling off a save at the very last second. And it's almost as if when they scored that first goal in the second half, Bastia, it gave them confidence. Thiago Silva came in with a sliding tackle there, knocked the ball out for a throw, just trying to get rid of that danger. I know it was there, they was going to have the throw, but I thought to myself, you know, we can clear this. Then they're not going to do much with it, and Digne just stood there, watched him cross the ball in, as I thought maybe ter Stegen would have plucked it out of the air, or Thiago Silva would have got to it, but it was a slight inexperience from new signing Andre Carrillo, who had tracked all the way back to the penalty area to help out his teammates, who conceded a penalty. That's right, Dribiel Cisse was to step up and take this, facing off against ter Stegen. Which way will Dribiel Cisse go? Will he go to the left or will he go to the right? He went for the left, the ball clipping the inside of the post. For a split second when playing this, I thought, oh, it's bounced back out. Obviously, if it had, Dribiel Cisse would have been the first man on the scene to just tap that one into the back of the net. At least we won, but I was disappointed with our second half performance against Bastia. I mean, we just fell apart in the second half. We didn't perform to the best of our ability. I mean, I know I had the likes of Carrillo come on, and we had Lacazette, new players that are getting used to their surroundings at PSG. So I was kind of lucky there. I mean, Bastia could have easily have turned that one around and just drew level with us and got the point out of the game. That's what they were looking for, but there's no excuse. We should be winning games like that. We did win it, obviously, but we need to be stamping our authority on games, if you will, if that kind of makes sense for you guys. So anyway, I had to turn my attention to our next fixture, which was the first Champions League group stage game this season against Mancini's Galatasaray side. So we had a bit of travelling to do, going to Turkey for this one. And I had a lot more experienced players in the side, so we had Mats Hummels and Thiago Silva linking up. We had Cavani back in the team, seeing that Lacazette started against Bastia. And I also had Cabaye and Matuidi linking up in central midfield. We know with Galatasaray they have some deadly players. They've got the likes of Schneider and Drogba. You know, Drogba at the age of 34 is still a pretty decent player. You know, he gets himself in those brilliant positions which can absolutely terrorise the back four throughout the whole of the 90 minutes, and he was the one that almost opened up the scoring in this fixture with that devastating volley. Thankfully for Sirigu, it went well wide of the mark and he could breathe a sigh of relief. Scoring the opening goal anyway against Galatasaray for me away from home was crucial. It was vital that we got ourselves into the lead and just again stamped our authority on the game. What a magnificent finish that was by Cavani. You know, seeing that he was at such a tight angle, I thought, well, this is never going to go in. But you know what, I'm going to try it anyway. And wow, I was taken aback. I just had to put my controller down whilst watching that replay. You certainly don't see many goals like that. It was at such a tight angle for Cavani to squeeze into the back of the net. But thankfully, the post came to my aid and put PSG into the lead. With 10 minutes remaining of the game, it was Schneider for Galatasaray that put them back on level terms. Just dodgy, isn't it? Dodgy as hell. I had Sirigu come running out for that one, see if he could collect the ball. And when you look at the replay of that, it just seemed as though the ball was destined for Schneider to get a hold of it. Cavani had another cracking opportunity to put ourselves into the lead once again, but it was an even better save by the goalkeeper. How he managed to pull that one off, I don't know. Amazing reflexes is definitely one. And right on the last second of the game, Galatasaray, dodgy goal again, put themselves into the lead for the first time in this one against PSG. And obviously that was all she wrote for us. We was never going to get back into this, and it's certainly not the start I wanted in our Champions League campaign, but we will keep moving on. Anyway guys, that is the end of this episode. I do hope that you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.